What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Lou Streets back with some more LSV, and today we are talking Mavado. He is finally released, and his strategy is pretty unique, but at the same time, it's not that straightforward. So let's go over his Kameo calls and different ways that you can use them. So the reason that his strategy is a little bit strange is because his Kameos can only be called in certain scenarios. So we're gonna start with his simplest one, which is his down RB. And what this is, it's a Kameo that can only be used while the foe is knocked down, being thrown, or laying prone like a delayed get up. So this gets you on the ground damage. Let's check it out. So the simplest and most straightforward way that we're gonna use this Kameo is during the throw. If we do back throw right here, call out Mavado as he's falling, and as you see, we get an extra 3% damage. That'll be the most simplest way that you'll use this. Here are some other ways as well. Another thing that we can do with this tactic is control wake up. So what I mean is this. You see, if I do dragon kick, back to meaty, I get knocked out because of armor. Now let's do this instead. Now his timing is thrown off. I can react to it as well, or with a back two combined with the actual low check, it'll actually break armor because it's 2 hits. So that's multiple ways that we can utilize this thing. Also, don't forget to use this for somebody who likes to do delay wake ups and mash a lot. This will kind of throw off their timing as well, so you get a better chance to react. Okay, so his next Kameo call is his forward right bumper. It can only be done after a successful flawless block, and it costs 2 bars a meter, which is kind of expensive. I don't really see much reason to use this unless you're trying to end a round while you're under some pressure, but that's kind of expensive. However, I will show it to you guys just for demonstration. That just seems a bit expensive. So while it is a nice get off me tool, it doesn't really make a lot of sense economically. It's just like the whole D2 up jump thing that you never see anybody do. It costs 2 bars, only gets you about 11 to 12% damage. High risk versus low reward because of the execution factor. It just doesn't make much sense. If anything, every character should have it, but Mavado has it, so I wanted to show it to you guys. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so the next move that we're talking about is this trap drop, and that's just right bumper by itself. The trap activates if an opponent is nearby. An active trap will pull in an opponent briefly and then emit a stunning shock, and the trap disappears after a certain amount of time if not activated. So this is what trap looks like, and of course you have to remember that it does have the knockdown property, so it means you have to adjust your combo. As you see, F4 is a stand-up combo, but if you call it trap on hit and I press F4, it'll pop them up. So remember to adjust your combo with something that pops up instead. Back to in this scenario for Liu Kang. You just adjust your combo some type of way, right? But this is the real key to trap. Now, the real key to trap is the fact that you pretty much have a setup character now because of the Kameo. So you know whenever you see people do that setup where they put the puddle on the ground with the rain and then do an overhead, it's not like that for every single character, but think of that same logic as far as approach. So we do something like this. Call out trap, he gets hit, and we go right back into it. Now, what you have to remember about the properties changing is if it just hits clean, then they'll have the slow knockdown. But if they were to do armor, it would go like this instead. Now, keep in mind, because this is very matchup specific, but if you're playing against somebody who always wants to do armor wake-up attacks, then trap is gonna break that first frame of armor, and then your meaty is gonna break the second frame, right? So instead of doing a knockdown combo like we did for the last one, now you will switch it up and do something like this. We call out trap, and we go right back into it. And we get something like that, right? So that's pretty much how trap works. Pretty dope setup, and it's pretty nice because you can have different layers. Of course, you have to find your own setups as far as how you use it for your specific character, but overall, trap is a great tool for people who like to wake up all the time. Okay, so the next move that we're highlighting is this back Kameo call, which is the Nomad's Touch. It's a full screen throw. So it looks like this. If you pull back on Kameo, you guys smack into each other. You actually take a little bit of damage for this, but your opponent takes even more damage. I'll show it one more time. Now, something that surprised me about this move is actually the properties of it, because look at this. So if I set the opponent to block, you would think that it's a command grab, but it's not, which makes it not that viable in general because it can be blocked. Also, it can be blocked while crouching, which is kind of surprising. And because it's a high, if you call it, your opponent can also duck it. So in reality, it's the type of move that you catch somebody maybe on frame 1 or 2, and they're just standing and get caught slipping. But I'm surprised this move is in the command grab. It seems like this would be even better if it had like some type of command grab property or something like that. I'm kind of surprised that it's just a full screen grab that only works if you're standing and not blocking. I'm shocked by that. But he does got some good Kameo calls on his other ones, so maybe that's why, who knows. Okay, and so for the last 2 Kameos, I'm actually gonna tag both because they have similar properties just in different parts of the map and they work different ways. But we have best feet forward, which is his forward Kameo call, and then we have up Kameo, which is nin drop. They both can only be used in juggle combos. I'm gonna show a simple combo with both so we can see how they're utilized. So here's a simple combo with both. We're gonna do the forward one in the corner and the up one in the middle of the screen. You'll see what I mean in a sec. So the forward one was in the corner, that was the first one, and then the up one was mid-screen. They both track pretty well, but you gotta be a little bit creative. I'm gonna show you one in the corner that I do like so far though. So this is a route that I found in the corner that I messed around with just for a little bit. I'm gonna use the up version on both of these, but it looks like this. You call them out in the middle of a juggle combo, so I'm gonna do it after Liu Kang lands his flying kick. And that's just a cool 44% 1 bar with 2 Kameo calls. I'm sure you can find much more doper damage. I'm just messing around off the top of my head. I'm sure Ninja Killer's gonna come up with something ridiculous in a matter of hours. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying Mavado and what I know about him so far. I'm gonna find some more routes and use him in Combat League, but I wanted to show you guys some of his utilization. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you have a lot of fun with Mavado. Till the next time, it's your boy Lou Streets. I am out. Peace.